Well, what you been up to the last couple of months?
Oh, same old. Getting up, going to work, playing with the kids.
Okay. Yeah.
I broke a world record last month.
You what?
Broke a world record.
It's in a world record.
A world record. Per
Like-
Guinness World Records, yeah.
Guinness World Book. That one, the big, the proper one.
That's
you know,
right.
Not like,
Yeah.
not like on your Nintendo.
No.
World record
World record.
in the last couple of months.
Last month.
Hello influencers and welcome to another episode of Chats with Champions. On this episode I have my man Andrew Fisher. Andrew, welcome to Chats with Champions. Andrew has just broken the world record for the fastest time to fly around the world on commercial flights.
Scheduled flights, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. So, first of all, Andrew, do you want to tell us a little bit about this this world record?
Yeah, sure. So it's something which I've been looking at for about 20 years, since I was about, it was a teenager. It was a passion of mine to look at airline timetables, route networks, fleet plans, and then I came across the Guinness Book of World Records when I was about 17.
Wow.
And I saw that there was this record in there for the fastest circumnavigation on scheduled flights using interval points or approximate interval points, and I thought, wow, I might be able to have a crack at this. So I did actually manage to find a way then to break the world record, but as a
This is 20
20
years ago.
20 years ago. But as a teenager, I didn't have the funding to do it.
Yeah.
I found another opportunity when I started my professional career, and unfortunately, the last sector, or one of the sectors anyway, in the attempt got dropped by one of the carriers.
Wow.
So I couldn't do it just before.
Yes.
It happened just before I started. So this is the third attempt. Yeah. Third
Wow,
attempt, yeah.
third attempt.
Actually, let me rephrase it. It's the first attempt, but the third time
The third time that you thought about it seriously.
That's right. Yeah.
And in 20 years, that's
20 years.
That's
right.
amazing. I mean, this has been a passion for such a long time.
It has, much to the, I was the butt of most jokes with family and friends growing up, looking at timetables and stuff, and it's my bedtime reading.
Wow.
When my friends or family went away overseas somewhere, they say, what kind of souvenir would you like? I just give me the airline timetable that you flew on, or the in-flight magazine, or something like that. That was, so this record has existed since, I think, the early 90s, and so when I first got my the first book of world records when I was about 17, the record stood at around 68 hours, and used 7 sectors to circumnavigate the Earth.
Yes.
And I remember at the time coming up with a way to get it down to around 65 hours. But now, with obviously the advent of new aircraft, making it easier for airlines to launch new network routes and additional frequencies and stuff like that, it means that the connections are a lot better. And I was able to do this attempt in 4 sectors, just using 4 flights, and got the record down to now 52 hours and 34 minutes.
So do you want to tell us how much work went into this in terms of the research that you put in?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me after I came off my last flight, how did I feel, and I must be exhausted. The actual attempt of the record itself was quite good. It went very smoothly. Yeah. The preparations took a long time, and also the gathering all the data and evidence and so forth to meet the requirements of Guinness thereafter also took a long time as well. So to your question, the first thing that you have to do is identify what they call interval points, which means 2 places which are on the pretty much exact opposite sides of the Earth. And given that the world is around 2/3 water and desert and so forth, there are really not that many true city pairs that you can look to target for this kind of record. And the one I settled on, or the pair that I settled on, was Shanghai and Buenos Aires. So essentially, if you drilled a hole through Shanghai, you'd come out pretty much to Buenos Aires on the other side of the world. So that was the key parameter. So that was the first step. I identified which one of the city pairs I want to try and target, and then it was just trawling through all the flights departing each city, not just Shanghai and Buenos Aires, but the intermediary points. So I looked at Auckland, I looked at Sydney, I looked at on the other side going up into Europe, different points in Europe from Buenos Aires, and came out with this routing, which meant that it was possible to do it in 4 sectors. So I went from Shanghai to Auckland, had about 2 hours in Auckland, then went on to Buenos Aires. That was the tightest connection, 50 minutes. Up to Amsterdam, had 2.5 hours in Amsterdam, and then back to Shanghai.
It's been a passion and a long-term goal that's quite large. What tips would you have for people that either have or would like to achieve something big in this in the world, in their lives?
Well, first of all, I'd say I think everybody has a passion about something.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, most of the time. And it gives you something to aspire to and get excited about. And I would never have thought that my passion for for aviation would well, firstly A, lead to a profession, but also B, lead to a world record. And so that was my passion when I was growing up. I loved studying about airlines, looking at where they flew, how often, what aircraft they used, how they hooked up their schedules to connect different parts of the world, things like that. So I had a real interest in that for whatever reason. And there's an opportunity to be able to break a world record by using that kind of knowledge and applying it. So number one, obviously, just focus on something which you enjoy doing. There's obviously a way or a path to be able to get to the top of whatever that is. Secondly, I'd say don't be shy. As much as you might be teased or whatever, don't be shy to share it with your friends and family and get them also happy for you and motivated for you. And then thirdly, and probably the most important thing, is just never give up, because there's always going to be opportunities. Make sure you exhaust every kind of opportunity you can think of. Talk to other people about your dream, about your passion, because they might be able to give you some good ideas as well on how to optimize your world record attempt or whatever it is.
How recent was this world record?
It's about 6 weeks now. It was
6 weeks ago. Wow. Well, congratulations on breaking this world record and achieving a lifelong dream. Very, very happy for you, and thank you for coming on to Chats with Champions. And
thanks, mate.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
All right,
cheers.